Good afternoon. I want to first thank Clara Lemlich, her family, and the organizers who honor social activism for the last 13 years. It's pretty awesome. So when Esther and I had a conversation on a person that exemplifies this award, Barbara Martinsons' name just literally rolled off my tongue. You know, Barbara came into the prison system as a professor during a time when lock 'em up, throw away the key, 3 strikes you're out, punishment was the order of the day. But Barbara would have none of that. She saw the potential in us all and contributed to the growth of individuals, families, and communities. But the life lessons extended outside of the prison system walls. You know, she developed a wonderful program called College and Community Fellowship, which my colleague and dear sister Vivian Nixon, I hope that we will be able to pass the mic so she can tell you about a program that is still running over 20 years later that supports women who want to pursue or continue their college education. And so that was just one of the things Barbara did, which was through education, but it was also through the arts. Barbara was at the closing when I purchased a home. Barbara talks to me about philosophy, sociology. I mean, just lifelong lessons that I continuously have conversations with my dear friend and colleague. You know, she supported the growth of the Center for Justice, still supports, not supported, still supports from day one. You know, we consider her our day ones, and for those of y'all that don't understand what that means that in the very beginning, when nobody believes in you, when everybody is questioning whether you could achieve this mile feat or not, she's our day one. She's been there from day one, and we appreciate and love her so much. I couldn't think of another person who exemplifies this award other than my dear friend and sister Barbara Martinson. What I wanted to do was not just say what I feel about it. I just wanted a couple of my colleagues just for 1 minute. I know I have 3 minutes. Just for 1 minute, just say how Barbara supported you. I see Edna there. Can you come up here, Edna and Angie, and just come up here and talk about your humble beginnings with our fearless angel.
I love you, Barbara. I love you. Listen, if it wasn't for Barbara's guidance, support, and belief in individuals like myself, I don't think I'd be where I am. She made a program. She started a program that afforded me the opportunity to pursue higher education. Higher education is the key. It combats recidivism. I promise you that. And over 20 years later, here we are. I thank you so much. Like my colleague, like my friend here, look, I bought a home. I bought a nice home. I'm getting married. Barbara, I love you.
Come on, Angie.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angie, and I'm always perpetually late. But I always make it. So congratulations, number one. Number two, I can't even begin to express, I don't think there's enough words to express what Barbara means to me and what she has done for me. But what I can say, one of the things that she did was most importantly, was see me. She saw me. She saw me in the classroom, first day, Critical Thinking 1, at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility, and she saw I was sitting at my desk with a dictionary. Right? And she's like, and I've taken college courses before, but I really wanted to focus and make this work for me. And I said, just in case there are some words that are said that I don't know, let me make sure I have a dictionary. And she honed right in on me, and we've been friends ever since. She has opened up her heart. She's opened up her home. She has just opened up and seen each and every one of us. So I am so grateful to be here, although late, but I'm always here. Yeah. And I just want to congratulate you again and again. Love you.
Thank you. We just want to do one more person, please. She's so critical to our women's movement and overcoming incarceration. Please let her say a word or two, but she can't make it to the stage.
There's no way to quantify the impact that the decisions she's made about what to do with her brilliance and her resources have impacted the city of New York and the country, really. The other night, I was on a phone call. I got a call from the University of Chicago to participate in a discussion group about women's incarceration around the globe. Had no idea who else was going to be on the call. And to my surprise, when I got on that call, 4 of the women that were asked to represent this issue for the United States had graduated from our program at College and Community Fellowship, started by Barbara. That's global impact, because together we're trying to write a statement to address the inadequacies of a document called the Bangkok Rules about women's incarceration around the world. Barbara, your impact is global. I could talk about what you've done for me personally, which is my life would not be what it is today if it weren't for you. But that's not what's most important. What's most important is that the decisions you've made about where to invest your creativity and your resources and your love is going to change the world for women. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just want to close by saying we have a group called Theater for Social Change, and in ending, it's a group of formerly incarcerated women, and we usually end by saying, because of you, Barbara, our beginnings have been established, but our end is nowhere in sight. Without further ado, I want to introduce Barbara Martinson.
Well, I don't think I can begin to live up to that introduction. Thank you, guys, all of you. I have grown up with the story of the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire, the fire hoses that fell apart, the locked doors, the desperate women jumping from windows, those who burned to death. I knew early on that the world is not always fair. What to do, how to behave in an unjust world. Would I step off the pavement to let a Nazi pass? Would I share my portion of bread if there was not enough for all? If I had visions like Joan of Arc, could I find the courage to follow them? Would I have been willing to fight to my death in the Warsaw Ghetto? And if I were Toni Morrison Sefa in Beloved, how to become whole again? How to be Paul D, who shared her past and hoped to share her future? There is a saying that you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. Or as Snoop Dogg put it, you can take your boy out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the homie. This saying applies to me as well. You can take the teacher out of the classroom, but you can't keep her from teaching wherever she is. So, there was a philosopher, Jean-Paul Sartre, who wrote that action comes before being. Our existence is forged by our actions. There was a sociologist, Michel Foucault, who wrote that power and knowledge are two sides of the same coin, and that possession of this coin allows the holder to determine what is true, what is real, and to control bodies, when to ignore them, punish them, lock them up. And there is another philosopher, Emmanuel Levinas, who wrote that it is not action that precedes being, but ethics, the sense of right and wrong. Ethics, he wrote, precedes being, existence. We are elected to responsibility. Responsibility is not freely chosen. One is always, already responsible. These three thinkers have defined what I hope to teach, who I am. I imagined that I taught and that those I taught and mentored might coalesce in time into a dynamic, progressive force to establish people-oriented policy and heal the world, or at least our corner of it. In Hebrew, the phrase is tikkun olam, repair the world. As I look out at the audience, including my amazing friends here today and my fellow honorees, success seems possible, maybe inevitable. Snoop Dogg also said, "The streets will teach you about racism and capitalism and survival of the fittest." True, but that's not the only way. Read and talk to others about what you've read. Think and talk to others about your thoughts. Figure out who you want to be, how to get there. And behind it all, these three ideas: your actions define you, be aware of the power-knowledge nexus, and practice responsibility for the other, the person you are facing. My singing days are long over, but here is a United Mine Workers song. When I mentioned to my loving and compassionate son that I planned to sing to you, he said, "Do it, Mom. Fly your freak flag high." So I could use all the help I can get. Step by step, the longest march can be won, can be won. Many stones can make an arch, one by one, one by one. And in union, what we will can be accomplished still. Drops of water turn a mill, singly none, singly none. I'd like to thank Cheryl for nominating me and the women of the labor arts, and remember the Triangle Fire Coalition for this very great honor. Thank you.